Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to the Tri-State Show Traffic Center, up and running now for a Tuesday. Remember, it's Tuesday. I know I'm probably going to say Monday a couple different times, right? But it is Tuesday, July the 5th, 2022. Unbelievable. It's already the first week of July, and the first week of July is almost over. Welcome. We are on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Good morning to everybody. Hopefully you had a terrific 4th of July. Boy, that weather yesterday was just absolutely spectacular. I mean, it just didn't really get much better than what it was last night for a lot of the local fireworks shows, especially for the Macy's fireworks. And very curious to see how things went with New York Waterway promoting Jen Shuck and New York Waterway on Friday for the big show with the New York Waterway boats getting out into the East River for the Macy's fireworks last night. So looks like I saw a couple pictures on the social media there, and it looks like they were having a very, very good time. How could you not, right? It's a great idea to be out there on a boat looking at the Macy's fireworks. So hopefully had a terrific holiday weekend. You know, weather for the most part, most of the weekend was really, really good. So Jon Rocco hit that right on the head there. Speaking of Jon Rocco, he has solely provided me the forecast here this morning. So I will be stepping in for Mr. Rocco at this early hour at 7:08. Unfortunately, my temperature here out in the traffic center, but it's saying clear skies. So I guess that's good news. But even last night, I didn't have the air conditioning on. So the humidity was, just a bit down from certainly what we've seen at least a week or so ago. But again, Jon is going to give me the forecast here probably for about the next till next week. He's actually involved in a theater company, so I have to talk to Jon if we can get some more information about when their show is, that we can promote the show here on this program to maybe get sell some more tickets and whatnot. But speaking of selling, and I'm sure Ralph was extremely busy. I was actually up there on Saturday. We are proudly sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, cranfordvanillabeancreamery.com. Again, I'm sure Ralph was extremely busy the entire weekend. Like I said, I was up there, walked past the shop on Saturday evening, and it was just wall-to-wall people. I mean, the outside of the place was jammed, inside was jammed, so to the point you couldn't even get into the shop just to get something. It was bedlam. It was just nuts. It was that many people were there. So again, hopefully Ralph had a great holiday weekend. I didn't see Ralph, and he may have left a little bit early for the evening, and his great staff there minding the shop for him. But we'll catch up very soon. All right. So with that said, let's do a couple things. First, I have to share my screen with you because that will help in the matter of actually seeing my maps, and we'll go full screen with the maps here this morning. And as I do that, let me call up Jon's forecast. He just sent it to me. So if you give me a just a brief moment here, we do have one situation in Connecticut, and that is going to be north on 95 around exit 6. Looks like we have flipped over truck of some type that is going to be kind of messing the ride up here. I will put this up for you. Again, just pardon me. That's the cameras. Wonder why that came up. Okay, we're going to go to the incident page here this morning, and we can still go to the cameras as well. So, a fairly quiet morning for the most part. Just some brief delays on the Merritt as well as to 95 going south 10 to 5. But it's north overturned tractor trailer between exits 5 and 6. Now we, had cameras here. Let's just see. Well, no. See that heavier traffic there from 2 through 3 here at 4. This is by 5. You see that northbound heading away. Here it is at 5. And one of the cameras is not online. Okay. Alrighty then. So, this is probably a good 3-4 4 or 5 miles or so of traffic behind this. So you got to be careful coming in from Westchester County at this juncture is certainly not what you're looking to see for your morning ride, especially, post holiday type situation, where we're not really expecting a whole lot of traffic. And for the most part, that's holding up pretty much across the board here on a Tuesday morning. Again, I'll get that right for us. Again, Tuesday morning. It is Tuesday, not Monday. But it's, at least we're on the same schedule with the holidays, Memorial Day and Labor Day and all the other holidays that fall on a Monday. So that is some good news. And I don't know what I'm looking at here. What happened to the page? Okay. Oopsie. Sorry about that. And our comment section is open here this morning. And again, just pardon me if I look a little distracted at this point. And no, it's not what I wanted to do. Was give you a preview of the weather. No, I am all over the map here this morning. We want to share slides here. I want delete. No. Share screen. Not off to a good, pretty rocky start here, friends. I don't know why this won't share the slides. Okay, slides. All right, I think I've got it now. As we continue to talk to you about 95, again, we'll get to that in a moment. I apologize. It takes 17 different steps in order for me to get the weather slides. Okay, so there we go. Now we're up and running. Okay, so let's go to Connecticut now. We will spin it over here. So, right in here between exits 5 and 6, we're dealing with this crash with an overturned tractor trailer. Now, one report I did hear looked like it may have been carrying mulch or, dare I say, manure or something. There's a lot of stuff on the road here going north on 95. Now, south is, usually pretty busy through Stamford 8 through 6 on even on a day like this, a day after the holiday. But there's a lot more traffic back towards about exit 9 or so, maybe. Yeah, we'll say about exit 9. And this is just some rubbernecking delays kind of mixing in with the delay itself. So I don't know why this camera is all the way down here. So there it is going south here at 9 by the rest area, just absolutely piled on with traffic. Again, some of this is morning volume. The rest of it is all rubbernecking delays. And again, unfortunately, I can't see that camera here this morning. So that is going to be out of service. Yes, our comment section is open. There he is, the G-Man. Dizzle, what's up, baby? What's happening, brother? All right. Good to see the G-Man there. And Anna, buenos dias. Good morning to you. Hopefully had a great weekend here. See that camera, just that thing times out there. So we'll go here. Morning. How are you? Excellent. Great to see you this morning. Hopefully, again, you had a terrific 4th of July holiday weekend. All right, so 95 is really our top story here this morning. For that part of it, the story begins to start to unfold here in the Rye area, Port Chester, along the New England Thruway into 95 this morning, or the Connecticut Turnpike, whichever verbiage you would like to call it. Going north in Greenwich. So yeah, so you got to pay attention here. If you live in the Rye area or even further south out towards Mamaroneck, Playland Park, coming up on the New England Thruway, I think your better ride is to try to jump to the hutch if you can. There, I thought this was a general hospital. Maybe because I'm behind about 3 days, and with a holiday yesterday, there was no episode. But yeah. Trying to figure out why did Willow faint? Yeah. Why did she pass out of the pool? Maybe all deduced why. But typical soap opera story, like, the cliffhangers. Yeah. Hutchinson River Parkway here this morning. So, go with the Hutch into the Merritt. It's going to take you definitely a lot further north than some would need to be, but or you can stay with Route 1 here. That'll be a nice option trying to get yourself from Greenwich into Stamford. All right, so let's come back to New Jersey now. We're at 716, and no records found here in Jersey. Everything is pretty much clean and green, except for some parkway delays here out through about 149 in Bloomfield, and you still can't even catch a break there, right? I mean, come on. 80, 287, 208, 17. Completely empty across the board. 78, Central Jersey or Parkway is good. So is 287. Even the shore areas, maybe a few stragglers hanging on to the long weekend here in Brick going north and towards 89 through 91. But the ride in Point Pleasant and 35 looks fantastic. 195, the Turnpike, 295, also going to be in good shape. Route 70 is moving fine. And still, you can't even catch a break here on 55 and 42. Still all banged up here with a ton of traffic, 42 into 55. You know what? 717. We'll do the soap opera tease, and we'll kind of do the Friday episode here for right now. And we'll get back to this in just a quick moment. But I want to bring in the weather slides here, courtesy of our good friend Jon Rocco. 7:18 now is our time. Let's see if we can bring in Johnny's music here. You tell me whether it's too loud or not. I don't like that. It's kind of just mellowed out into the background. All right, so let's see what Johnny has to say here this morning. So temperatures this morning, it's starting off a little bit cloudy here early on. So, depending on where you are, we'll say partly cloudy for most of our region here this morning. Let's talk to you about some of our temperatures. Temperatures getting in towards the upper 60s through just about 70, 71 here in the Garden State from Cape May through Atlantic City. Lakewood at 68, Newark at 70, Trenton coming in at 70 as well. Same thing with Newton up there, a little cooler up in Sussex County. As we continue over towards the five boroughs into the lower 70s across Staten Island, the Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, and Brooklyn, out to the island, maybe a slightly cooler there, 68 to about 70 or so. I almost feel like the humidity kind of ticked up just slightly. Just slightly overnight. Starting to feel a little sticky here in the traffic center. Lower mid 60s or so towards Middletown, and to the lower 70s in Yonkers, Monroe, Poughkeepsie, and Patterson, over towards southwestern Connecticut. Again, up to Torrington, the further north you go. It's a little bit cooler for you at 66 to 67, 70 in Hartford, and 70 in New Haven and Bridgeport and Norwalk. Let's get to that forecast today. Afternoon clouds increase. An isolated storm is going to be possible, and we're going to get up towards the middle 80s or so, about 86 on average in Central Park and New Jersey. A little cooler out with that sea breeze, 80 in Cape May, 80 in Islip, and 81 up there in southwestern Connecticut in New Haven. And here's your weather threats for the rest of the week. Again, late scattered showers, a few showers possibly south of our location for Wednesday. Thursday is looking good. Friday has a brief chance for showers, and then Saturday is setting up for what looks to be a fairly nice weekend. We'll get to that 7-day forecast in just a couple of moments, in less than half an hour now, when we check out that forecast coming up at 7:45. Now, as I mentioned, we are proudly sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey, located at 22 North Avenue West. Again, in Cranford is okay. So before I do that, Anna saying music is a little too soft. All right, let's do that right now. Anna, hang with us. Let's see. Just afraid it's going to take out, because I can't do it through my mixing board. That's why I can't really adjust it. I don't know. Is it overdriving me? Let me know, Anna. I'm going to leave that Up. All right, we'll continue on for right now, and you tell me whether if that sounds a little bit better. I mean, I can hear the music here, but I just don't know whether it's drowning me out because I don't have really full control of it through the mixing board. But anyway, Vanilla Bean Creamery again. See that front porch there, little section of the shop, packed on Saturday, absolutely packed. And Anna says, "Sounds good, excellent." Let me just make a note of the area of what's 37. Okay, we're at 37. Good stuff. All right, so again, this whole front section of the shop was just completely packed, even inside too. It was just bedlam. Really, it was crazy. And again, just setting up just a gorgeous weekend for Ralph and the entire team there at the Vanilla Bean Creamery. Just awesome ice cream, as you can see some of the pictures here. The Cookie Monster coffee, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, just your crowd favorites there. And I'm getting hungry. I should have had breakfast. I didn't get a chance to do that yet. But we've got cotton candy. We have cappuccino crunch, the vanilla chocolate vanilla super crunch, which is almost like just a mashed up ice cream cake with those little crunchies that everybody seems to gravitate to. Is the crunchies, right? What's the crunchies in the cake? And speaking of the cakes, there they are. These beautiful homemade ice cream cakes for any occasion, for your birthday needs or any other celebration, an anniversary, or just to have an ice cream cake, right? Because it's hot out and it's the summer, and you just come in from the pool and setting up the barbecue, and you're gonna have a really nice dinner, and then you want to have this great refreshing ice cream cake from the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. This is the inside of the shop. Just some of the sandwich boards there, letting everybody know what is for sale. He has those ice cream sandwiches, the cupcakes, the brownie pies, the shakes he makes. Ralph also makes a pretty amazing egg cream, which is really a great drink, and that stems from Ralph's roots there as being a New York City boy, being a Queens kid, and watching his father at the candy shop there. Making those egg creams. So yeah, again, Ralph and the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery are our sponsors for this half hour, and you can find them at the information provided below at 22 North Avenue West in beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. All right, so let's go back to the action here this morning. We thank John for the forecast early on. I want to have the music playing with the traffic. I think not. So we're going to stop that because it starts to get a little distracting here, hearing it on my end. But if we want music, we'll vote on the music. There we go. Meteorologist Justin Godnick. Good morning, pal. Everybody heading back north this morning, dreading the drive to Edison. Buddy, there's nothing really to dread at all. You are clean and green, pal. And as you can see it here, wide open. A little bit of a backup here in Lakewood, but I think something may have happened in the Brick area. It could be just, I think, well, maybe it could be just some late arrivers to the party heading north, getting out of Dodge here, out of Brick Township, to head north here, make it a very, very long weekend. But no, Justin, you are good all the way up to Edison, wide open. You've got whatever you want to do. 18, Route 9, Garden State Parkway. Justin says, really didn't expect to see it this clear. Yeah, I was kind of expecting maybe a little more traffic here this morning for the shore points, but I think it's just because schools are out and the whole 9 yards, and honestly, give you the honest answer here. What comes to my mind, the fact of the matter is that the work from home situation is probably kicking really into high gear now. And, they're down at the shore house, that kind of a thing, instead of actually having to go back to the office. Everything right from, you got a cellular modem card. You can do it right from the beach in Lavalette or Point Pleasant or Avalon or Wildwood, Just kind of that's the world we're in now. So, you know, just because they're on a Zoom call and they have some sort of background, who knows where they're coming from with the background. It's an interesting prospect. So good morning, Justin. Yes, Alexandra, good morning. Drove off from the Shore House early this morning, then did my normal commute to New York City. Smooth ride across the board. Excellent. That's what you like to see. And Alexandra, good morning to you. Thank you, my friend, for joining us. How did the wedding cake testing go? I wonder what you decided on, whether it was chocolate, vanilla, something even fancier than that. If you can, let us know what the choice was for the cake. All right, let's go back into our action here this morning at 7:27. So New Jersey is fine. We head over to the city. Let's check out the city incident page right there. There it is. Let's see what we got cooking here. If there's anything, broken down vehicle westbound at Junction Boulevard. That's exit 20 in Queens. Got a lane down there. Okay. Let's go into Staten Island. Just a little bit of light traffic as you head east here. At 440, but nothing to get terribly excited about. The belt seeing a little more volume here east of the Verrazano, out through just before Cropsey Avenue, out through Flatbush Avenue, really is going to be in good shape. The inbound side of the Gowanus is still a mess here. Coming up into the BQE, can't even catch a break on what is a lighter than normal traffic day here this morning. And again, it is just, stacked and packed across the top of the world on over towards Atlantic Avenue. And then a little bit of crowding heading south here in towards the Brooklyn Bridge, but the lower East River crossings are fine. In the BQE from Queens Boulevard across the Kosciuszko Bridge is heavy, but then it's steady moving traffic down to the Williamsboro Bridge. Midtown Tunnel, we're going to put that delay at about 10 minutes or so. Same thing at the Queensboro Bridge. RFK Triborough actually looking good, but the east side is jammed here heading south 125th out towards we'll put it in towards just before 96th Street. West in the Grand Central is heavy. Out by LaGuardia, coming in from City Field. Westbound LIE is heavy just into the fairgrounds, out to Woodhaven. Eastbound is starting to back things up just before Casino Boulevard. Then again, we're really heavy east of the Clearview, out to the Cross Island Parkway. Your Grand Central, though, is wide open. That was the best time coming off the island. A time out of traffic and weather. And, once you got past July 4th, the morning rides, 5, 6, 7 a.m., whatever, really good on the Grand Central. And for the most part, the LIE, both ways of the Van Wyck is heavy over by Hillside Avenue. And then this is being reported, that's a crash on the Nassau Expressway, but west on the belt is a little heavy there, passing the airport and the Cross Island, seeing some light congestion here coming up from the southern on up into the Grand Central Parkway. Okay. Garbage team is here. So we go south on Throgsville to Queens is heavy. Whitestone a little bit backed up. Look at the Bronx. Doesn't look bad at all, really. Just some minor volume at the Bronx River Parkway going west and the Cross Bronx. The Bruckner a little sluggish here south by the Bronx River Parkway, but that's it. Just some steady, heavy moving traffic both ways here on the Deegan at the Cross Bronx, and then the east is heavy into Jerome Avenue. But other than that, we are pretty much in the green here this morning across the board. So 7:30 now is our time. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show down here in the Traffic Center. We are pleased to have a nice audience here so far. Joining us on this post-holiday Tuesday morning. I almost said Monday. Post-holiday Tuesday morning. We thank everybody for joining us. Hopefully had a terrific holiday yesterday and a great holiday weekend. Again, weather really probably couldn't get much better than it was for the last 3-4 days or so. So just outstanding weather there. Also, programming note here again, we're on Facebook and we're on YouTube. Check out my car review. It's actually been getting quite a bit of traction here on YouTube about my first car review for the 2014 Cadillac ELR. So if you can, take a check of that. When you go to my channel, it may be under uploads instead of live. So you just have to maybe find it. It should come up right away at the top of the page. because we only just posted that the premiere was on Friday morning. So again, if you have some time there and you're interested in vehicles, electric vehicles there, that's my 2014 Cadillac ELR. We did a nice review last week on that. And yeah, if you get a chance, go check that out on the channel. And our hopes are to do some more car reviews, car segments. You know, I am a car guy, so I think it kind of ties in very nicely with our branding message here with traffic and our live streams. Hopefully, I'm going to email the folks over at Chevy for 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks, on July 18th. Now, I'm not sure when the actual reveal is going to take place time-wise or so, but it's about for the new Chevy Blazer EV. That's the SS version of the Blazer. Now, I have certainly some questions about that, just because the new Cadillac Lyriq is just about ready to get into customers' hands here at a Spring Hill, Tennessee. They used to be the old Saturn plant in Spring Hill, but it's going to be interesting how they slot it in somewhere in the lineup. You know, Chevy has always been, you know, certainly a lot cheaper than a Cadillac, but as far as power wise is concerned, if they're putting the SS branding on it, you hear SS, you think power. So because the Lyriq itself right now is only the front wheel drive. So we're looking for the all-wheel drive. That's not going to come until next year with more power, kind of a performance model, so to say. But it'll be interesting. So if we can maybe do something live with that, if they're able to send me that link, maybe give me some promo materials. But I'm gonna email fine folks GM and Chevy here later on today, and we'll see if we can get that set up. I think that'd be kind of fun to do a kind of a live reveal, right? And it's fun there. All right, so 7:33 now is our time. This half hour is proudly sponsored by Darley Newman and Travels with Darley. We thank Darley so much for being a part of the broadcast each and every day. You can catch her program on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, and Ovation TV's Journey. Darley-Newman.com is the best place for more information on that great program. Again, that is going to be Travels with Darley. And there she is. There's my friend Travels with, there's my friend Darley. Wow. Just dial out here. Wow. Oof. Yeah, great program. You know, I was watching a couple, saw some episodes this weekend. So if you can check her show out, really good stuff there with Travels with Darley. All right. So let's go back to our maps here this morning. And let me bring that back in, and we will focus in now out towards Long Island, and we'll check out the vibe here this morning. And it's, for the most part, it is fairly quiet. We'll start out east here, out through the Hamptons. It's a bit busy through Shinnecock Hills into Tuckahoe, Southampton into Watermill, but then out through Sagaponack, Wainscott, and East Hampton, Amagansett. You know, Montauk Highway 27 here really looks in great shape. Not a whole lot of action getting all the way out to the end. Stomping grounds, the G-Man flipping pizzas there. I don't know if the G-Man is still with us, but throw in the comments what the name of the pizza shop. He was a young lad working there flipping pizzas at 15, 16 years old. But one of these days I have to get out to Montauk just to check out the scene. I think it's beautiful out there. It's just amazing how far east you are, and you're still in New York State. You know, I mean, you're still a state resident, just like people in Tottenville and South Shore, Staten Island, all the way up to you know, up towards Buffalo. Crazy how big New York is. Anyway, so let's go west here on the LIE. I think there is something happening there because that should be in the green. Here, yeah, broken down vehicle westbound between 57 and 56. So let's go to the cameras. We'll see if we can find how that situation is scoping out here this morning. Here, and this is right in here. I think that's the vehicles in question. I think around the shoulder. It's right here. So this is at Vets Highway 57. My good friends at Inform, boy, those cameras really look good. Unless it's after that. Let's see. No, I don't see anything there. So it's just, a minor backup here this morning as you head out, and you can see kind of, cloudy conditions here across the island. But that westbound side is really heavy, 58 into 57. Looks to me that broken down vehicle is now been pushed off to what is the shoulder there, right at Vets Highway. I believe that's the vehicle in question. So it looks like we have all of our travel lanes open here this morning on the westbound side of the LIE. Other than that, maybe just a little bit of light volume on the southern here, getting out to the Middlebrook. Same thing going west here over by Route 110. LIE a little crowded here at exit 39, but really that's about it. 135, the Meadowbrook, Wantagh Parkway, Sandy Coast Parkway, all in the clear. Let's go back to Lower Westchester now here this morning, and we've got some delays on the Hutch coming up into the Cross County, then again into Weaver Street, but that's about it. But again, our big story is in Connecticut with that flipped over tractor trailer. Let's go back here. I just want to see. I think it's only one lane is shut, but let's just check it out. It's the right lane is shut between exits 5 and 6 this morning. So we're looking at about 3 to 4 miles worth of traffic, and then south is heavy 10 to 5. Now, some of that is morning rush hour volume, but the rest of it is all alternate volume. Not alternate, is rubbernecking delays getting through that stretch. So you got to be careful there. And again, it is just, this could be a protracted type situation. Let me see if the incident time when it went out. 10 minutes to 6. So we're coming up on 2 hours now. So it's just the, what one lane is, we've seen crashes and so forth where one lane is shut. This is going to be a longer closure. And I think, south is even worse now than north because everyone is stopping to take a look to see what is going on in that spot. They probably can see the truck. Probably, I would think, probably still on its side, but I don't have any visuals. And with the dirt or whatever was in the back of it, that's the initial report I had. It was some sort of, gardening materials or something. All over 95. So that's going to be a pretty decent cleanup for the morning. So the Merritt is still fairly heavy here. And some of this is now alternate volume as folks who are going to use 95 through Bridgeport, Fairfield, Westport, Norwalk are going to stick with the Merritt Parkway. I would probably start to see that delay get back towards Black Rock Turnpike here shortly. And this delay may even start to extend further south of New Canaan now into the Greenwich proper as people will bail here on 95 at Route 7 and then head north and grab the Merritt and continue further south to avoid sitting in this big old mess here on 95. Tappan Zee Bridge is good. South on the thruway, a little backed up out by Interchange 13. We head to the thruway here throughout Orange County. We're in a really, really good shape. Not a whole lot of action here early on. 84 is good. The Beacon Bridge. West on 84, as you get through the Brewster area, is going to be a little bit slow coming in from Connecticut. But, friends, we've certainly seen worse at this time of the morning. So nothing to get terribly, terribly excited about. All right, so let's go to our first check of transit. I know it's taken me 40 minutes to get to transit, but that 95 situation in Connecticut has grabbed some of my focus and attention. Let's show you New Jersey Transit. Wow, green across the board. Take a snapshot of that. Not too many times you can say that is your friend there. We go to Path Trains, General Square, Concourse Elevator connecting platform. Tracks 3 and 4 back in service. So we're back to a normal weekday service on Path. Let's head to the SEPTA platform. We'll check this out. And rails are good across the board. Let's go to the MTA now. We started off with the subways, and wow, starting to see some delays here. Let's check this out. Northbound 23 are running with delays after a malfunctioning signal. Activated trains breaks at 72nd, making express stop 72nd to 96th Street. Trains are running with delays after a cruise corrector switch malfunction near Coney Island and Stillwell Avenues in Brooklyn. Let's go to the L train, experiencing that's crew availability there on the L. Let's go to the SIR. St. George to Great Kills, and then St. George to Tottenville will make all the stops. That 703 did not run. So, okay. So just some minor adjustments, we'll put it, for the subways. Let's check out. We got some delays in the Oyster Bay branch, 629 from Oyster Bay doing Jamaica 724, departing 18 minutes late. So that is just about ready to get there. And then the 652 from Stanford Grand Central is 10 to 15 because of a late train ahead. Okay, so look for that. Other than that, the rest of transit actually looks really, really good. Again, good morning, everybody. We're up and running now. 7:42. Excuse me, I get some water. Facebook, it's amazing after not doing this for 3 days. You just gotta kind of warm up the pipes, right? Comment section is open here this morning. So please go ahead and post up a comment. Let me know what you did for the weekend, how that 4th of July holiday, how you celebrated yesterday. Again, weather was just absolutely fantastic. Just a top 10 July 4th holiday weekend. Weather-wise, obviously, we saw some tough situations, for our friends there in the Chicago area. Some really horrible stuff happened during a 4th of July parade, but the traffic business, not in the business of the news per se, hard news. So I'm just trying to show you, this is the page here. Please like, subscribe, tell all your friends here. You can see we are live right now. I just wanted to show you the car review. See, it gets a little tough to find it, unfortunately. So I think you need to go to the actual channel, and there it is. So here it is right here. So about 140 views already in just a couple days. So for my small little channel, that's really good. Again, if you're interested there, please go ahead and give that a look-see and take a look and see what our review of the Cadillac's first all-electric vehicle. And again, just click the subscribe button over up in here. I can't because this is my channel, so I'd hope I'd be subscribed to my own channel. Please, let's see how many people we can get on the Tri-State Traffic Show here on YouTube. So yes, please, if you can, just pass that along to all of our great friends. All right. So with that said, let's bring in Jon Rocco's weather forecast here this morning. Let's cue up the Feeding the Ducks music. That's Johnny's music. And we welcome everybody to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Just cooling out here on a Tuesday morning. Nice vibes there for all of our good friends watching here this morning. All right, so, in certain areas, mostly cloudy across the board. And I think my little weather station here took the holiday off as well because it's not reporting anything. So, yeah, we've seen some of the cameras out there early this morning, and you definitely can tell from that there are certainly a lot more clouds and or sun here. So, I guess that's, I don't know if that's bad news or what the situation, but again, that is holding back any kind of a sun glare type deal. I reset the weather station here, so but again, that's pretty much uniform across the entire board. So we go to our temperatures here this morning, into the lower 70s. We'll take a check from our friends over at NOAA, some of the observation stations. Again, my timing is not right because they don't usually update those until about 5 minutes before the hour, so 55 or so, 56. But we'll hold off on that since we're only less than 10 minutes from that. So we're here into the lower 70s across the board in New Jersey. Same thing here into the 5 boroughs, about 71, 72. And, as we get into 8 o'clock, and it definitely feels like a little stickier out there this morning, just in the traffic center here. It just feels a little, the air conditioner's kicked on a couple more times than it actually did last night. Hudson Valley here into the lower 70s now for the entire area. Same thing here with southwestern Connecticut. So, we're pretty uniform across the board as far as our temperatures are concerned. Maybe a little cooler up there in Torrington. Now let's get to John's forecast for today. Looking at a fairly warm day, 86 to 87, 88 in Cherry Hill, and a little cooler down the shore and out to the beaches of Long Island and southern Connecticut. A little bit of a sea breeze there coming off the water, so 80 in Cape May, 80 in Islip. And again, look at Central Park cooking up towards about 86 degrees as those clouds increase, and an isolated storm certainly is going to be possible today. Again, we'll be moving through a day later on in the afternoon and evening. For the most part, we should remain relatively dry here across our tri-state area, but just bringing the small umbrella here again as that air is starting to get a little soupier. We got those late scattered showers for today. A few showers possibly to the south here tomorrow. Then Thursday looks good. Next chance for showers is coming in on Friday, and then Saturday we're actually setting up to what looks to be a pretty nice looking weekend. And here's the exclusive 7-day weather forecast. Again, about 88 today, 88 tomorrow, 82, a little cooler on Thursday. A couple of showers are possible on Friday at 82. We'll look at the weekend here, 84, 81, 84 on Monday. Make it that 3-day weekend. Or if you're grabbing that shore house on Saturday afternoon at 11 a.m., you're looking at really fantastic for this first part of your shore week. So definitely get out and enjoy. And again, our forecast is provided by Mr. Jon Rocco, our meteorologist in training from Rutgers University. Actually, Johnny emailed me last night and said that he's involved in a theater company. So it's going to make it a little tough for him to join us here live in the mornings, but they have a big show this weekend and have rehearsals until for the rest of the week. So hopefully Johnny can send us on over promo materials of the show, and I gotta see if John is actually in the show. It kind of sounds like he is, but whether he's behind the scenes or he's one of the principal actors in the production, that would be a lot of fun here. Maybe Johnny's gonna get up in a costume or something. I'm not sure, but not sure what the actual production is. So Johnny, we thank you so much for the forecast. We also thank Travels with Darley so much for the sponsorship of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Again, you can watch her program on PBS Create, as well as Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. You can go to her website. That's darley-newman.com for some more information about the program. Again, really a great job by Darley, giving the best local flavor anywhere to be found from any travel program that's out there. Really talks to the locals and gets that really great local aspect of the different places that she's traveling to, finds the best place to eat, drink, and again, just setting up for your next vacation or just for your next adventure. There's a lot of hiking, biking, trails, really adventure type stuff as well. So Darley gets out and has a whole lot of fun. I think she may have one of the best jobs, other than maybe Pat Sajak, who's making, $500,000 an episode or whatever the guy makes or whatever, but it only works like 45 days out of the year because they tape like 8 shows a day or something. But anyway, darley-newman.com. And if you're unfamiliar with Darley, here is a little clip from season 2. Enjoy.
When you travel with the locals, you never know what you'll discover or get into.
The mountain's 27,000 acres.
Whoa, how do you find the sheep?
Particular favorite, the chili and garlic.
Ooh. You just know you're in for a good time and memories to last a lifetime. From the Beatles' hometown of Liverpool to the Bronte sisters' parsonage on the wild moors. Music, literature, food, and fantastic people are our travel inspiration.
There has to be some level that whenever people leave here, there's some sense of responsibility.
Oh, I couldn't exist without these girls.
We're really like a old-fashioned small town that happens to be located in a city.
That's a little sample of Travels with Darlie, again on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, a Wonderum, and Ovation TV's journey. We thank Darlie so much for being a part of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's get back to our maps here this morning, and there goes the plastic water bottle up in smoke here. But let's give you, we said we were going to do this later. That's right. So you know what? Let's go to the flight delays, if there's any. Again, just so many reports of so many people having difficulty with the airlines. It's just staffing availability, I think, is really a big part of what that situation is. So, right now we're clean and green across the board, but give yourself plenty of additional travel time. And again, a lot of this isn't related. Some of it is weather related to a degree in certain parts of the country, but the bigger story is really the crew availability. Very much like what we see on the trains, a lot of, just a lot of canceled flights and people taking, just to get to, Orlando, Florida, it's taking like 12 hours when it should take like 3, so it's definitely a tough time to fly. There's no question about that. And we'll see how things kind of play out in days and the weeks to come, as they say. All right, so let's go to our top story here is in Connecticut. It's with this flipped over tractor trailer heading north on 95 between exits 5 and 6 just on the border of Stamford and Greenwich there. Again, initial reports were it was some sort of gardening supplies, whether it was mulch or manure or, manure. Like Back to the Future, right? Again, our main concern is whether the driver is okay or if there's any other vehicles. That's who cares about the rest of it. That means nothing. So unfortunately, the cameras are out in this location, but you can really see it really wreaking havoc on traffic here. It's about 4 or 5 miles where the traffic heading north. It's actually worse going south because now you're starting to build that volume in for the morning rush hour. And again, if this hadn't happened, this would be a lot thinner than what it is. So we're well back in towards about 13 now, just south of Route 7, and again, I expect this to make its way back even further back towards about 16 here shortly. And you can see the Merritt is really starting to load up, as I said it would. It's going to slowly come back in towards, just about, let's see what exit this is. What is this, 41? I mean, 41. Yeah, 41. So we're back to 41 in that location. Now, again, this is Black Rock Turnpike here, so we haven't filled this in yet. But as this situation continues and 95 continues to grow, those VMS signs that are up here along the Merritt Parkway, even out towards the Trumbull area coming off the Wilbur Cross. And here they're saying what the delay times are, I think 495, but even here. So I would be careful here in Trumbull coming down the Merritt, forgo the extra cup of coffee, that whole situation. Definitely leave some extra travel time. The 8 and 25 is starting to see some more volume now coming down to 95, which is kind of normal. But again, surprising because the 8 and 25, I'm sure, has the 95 delays here from about 15 now, getting out towards 15 through 5. So again, this delay is gonna make its way back up towards the area of Sherwood Island here in about the next by 8:15. I would say. Well, before we go to the next check of weather, I wouldn't be surprised this is back towards about 17, 18 in that location, and this Merritt starts to creep up into here. So really, Connecticut is the toughest spot across the board here this morning. Lower Westchester, we're fine. A little crowding here on the Hutch through Weaver Street, but really that's about it. Let's go back to New Jersey. We'll check in here with the Garden Staters. A couple of issues here working. This is 20 in the vicinity of Broadway and Patterson, Route 4. We've got a crash there. 295, broken down vehicle heading south at 73. Left shoulder is shut on the Turnpike southbound entrance ramp. 13. Shoulder is out. Okay, so let's go to the cameras here this morning. Let's just see what's going on there. I don't think it's going to tie anybody up, terribly. So let's go to, let's see what we got here at 13, was it? Yeah. All right, so there it is. See some police activity for the Pike, the Turnpike. Looks like it's maybe just whether that's at the split to get into the car, truck lanes heading south. It's definitely getting onto the Turnpike. Again, it's just we're not really seeing anything crazy as far as any kind of a delay is concerned. So, just be aware of that. Let's go to the Route 20 situation here, and we'll do a reset here at the top of the hour this morning. So yeah, this is coming into right in the almost the heart of Patterson this morning. Unfortunately, there's no cameras along 20, but this is just past Broadway, which is actually the beginnings of Route 4. So a little bit tied up here. You kind of come around the McLean Boulevard is really what the locals call it, but just coming around the corner here, you got to be extra careful coming out by East Side Park. So again, look for that. And that 295 situation is not really going to really mess traffic up terribly. A little heavier here, getting onto 20 from 21. Parkway, still some light congestion here, getting up into the Nutley area out of Bloomfield from 147, 148, 149, 150. And then the inbound Skyway had some issues earlier, but that's fine. But it's really getting onto truck routes 1 and 9 is where we're seeing a lot of delays as well. What we haven't done is the Hudson River crossings. I apologize for that because they've been fairly quiet. But I'm just starting to see a little uptick there at the Holland Tunnel. So let's just give you the fresh numbers here from my friends at Port Authority. So look at the George, 10 in the green. We'll go 10 or so at the Lincoln, and the Holland is the worst of the three, about 17, 18, 20 minutes or so. So again, we're in holiday mode here. It's really just into the traffic lights in Jersey Avenue. That's really the biggest tie-up. But again, the George Washington Bridge is fine. We are looking good across the board. All right. So, you know what? Let's see if our friends at NOAA have updated our weather page for the observation list, and they have not. Thank you very much. South Jersey's updated. Not really. All right. So we'll hold off on that here this morning. So let's do this. Let's go back over to the maps, and we're going to reset back up towards Connecticut because that's the top story here this morning. We are closing in early on a Tuesday morning. I almost did it. I almost said Monday. Good morning, everybody. We're down here in the Tri-State Show Traffic Center, straight up at 8 a.m. This post-holiday traffic situation. And for the most part, we're dealing with some much lighter than normal volume, as evident of if you've been with us the last hour. But we do have this one outstanding issue here in Greenwich on 95 North. I'm going to go even subject to closure with a flipped over tractor trailer. We'll get into the details of that in just a brief moment. We're streaming on YouTube and Facebook here on a Tuesday morning. Yes, it's Tuesday. I'm not going to say Monday. It is Tuesday. Hopefully had a great holiday weekend. The weather was just absolutely gorgeous all weekend long. You could not complain, last night for the fireworks. Sorry, we didn't have an earthquake. When I moved the microphone, sometimes the camera moves with it. But yesterday, the weather was just absolutely stunning for fireworks, low humidity and just zero, rain anywhere to be found. Just absolutely gorgeous weather to celebrate the 4th of July. But today is July the 5th. So we're kind of back in business now, pretty much across the board. Again, with this outstanding issue in Connecticut is what we're keeping an eye on. Again, we are up on YouTube and Facebook. And if you can, make sure you tell all your friends to subscribe to the Tri-State Traffic Show here on YouTube. Trying to bump those numbers up. And if you get a chance, take a look at our car review we did last week. And it's actually doing quite well, so which is very good news. So if you can get out and enjoy and check that out. All right, let's get to the action here this morning. And we are sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey, 22 North Avenue West, 908-272-3000 is the phone number. So this is the situation in Connecticut. It's going to be 95. So we'll go back to our incident list here this morning for Connecticut. And we head north in Greenwich. So really the heads up here for our friends, say in the Rye area, along 95. Water. I don't know. It's good. I'm not sure. You know, I said the humidity seems like it was up. Okay, so let's run this. Let's unpack all of this here because so now it's a box truck. First they said it was a tractor trailer, but now we're dealing with a box truck. Is what the situation for my friends at CTDOT are dealing with between 5 and 6. So the right lane is shut. Okay. Incident came in about little over 2 hours ago at 5:49 this morning, right in here. So we are delayed for about 5+ miles on 95 north. Now south is heavy for about 9.5 miles from 15 down to 5. So some of that is rubbernecking delays. Some of that is morning volume. So it's just obviously a tough spot. Again, our only concern is whether the driver is okay. That's all that matters. Or if there's any other vehicles or other people, as long as the people are fine. Rest of it can all be cleaned up and replaced. So that is our main concern. Unfortunately, there are no cameras. The only cameras that I do have are really the delays as a result of this. So this is right at the state line here. You see north on the far left. This is coming in through exit 2. This is out by exit 3 is absolutely hammered. As you get by Davis Avenue is a heavy ride. Indian Field Road and exit 4 is just a parking lot coming out towards exit 5 for Riverside Avenue. And this is by Layden's Rock Road. So this is kind of where it switches gears here because there is a camera here by at camera 9 is missing. So that may be the camera that is the one that has our crash. Again, not all the cameras are online. Some of them are out. But because you see here, this is south is fine. North is heavy here, getting up into 5. And then we come over here. And this is going to be going southbound, and that is north. So it's right out in this area here. Oh, come on. Why does it do that? I don't want to go to the bottom of the page. So anyway, so yeah, so here we are out over by the Southern Darien Rest area. If you're heading south here this morning, up to the next page, cameras. We'll check this out. Let's see. This is by exit 12 heading south here at 13. Can't see the camera. You know, we're not back to 15 just yet, but if this remains out there for at least another hour or more, you know, some of our friends, maybe getting up late here this morning, we're going to start to fill in the space here just south of the, in the Westport area. But the part of it that helps out is that you have Route 7. You could just bail out to Route 7 and head to the Merritt. Now, unfortunately, the Merritt is starting to see some alternate volume as well, heading south of exit 41 down through, I'd say just about exit, let's just see what the delay says, about exit 36 or so on the Merritt. Check it out, 95, 90 delays here, 42 to 30, so to 35. Okay, so about 10 miles of traffic. Some of that is morning rush hour volume, and then another component of that is the alternate volume here coming out of 95 heading south. So again, be mindful of that. And also, if you are in this Rye, Harrison, Mamaroneck area, this is what you're going to hit if you need to make your way up and towards Connecticut this morning. So you want to stay with Route 1 or the Merritt in a passenger vehicle heading north up to Turn River. It's going to be a nice ride this morning. So that's the best way out of Westchester County. Hutch is a little busy here at Weaver Street, east on 287, starting to crowd up into White Plains. You still can't catch a break. There may be a little bit of that sun maybe peeking through a couple of the, heavier clouds that are out there. So that may just be hitting you right in the right spot here at 8:06. We're at 73 degrees and clear here in central Jersey. But the rest of Rockland County is fine. I mean, there's really nobody out here. It looks great. Just a little bit of slowdowns here on westbound 84 in Brewster, but other than that, 684 is completely going to be wide open this morning. 8:07 is our time. Let's go in towards the city. Let's call up the city incident page. Check this out. See what the vibe is here this morning as we head to no incidents. So that's good news. Let's do this. Hit the dump button and the cough button. Let's do this. Let's do our 9 boxes of cameras here while it's still fairly quiet around the area and not just exploding off the maps. So we will start it off here on the Staten Island Expressway. The Verrazano looks good. West Shore at Bloomfield Avenue. Highland at Arden Avenue. I like what I see there. Highland Boulevard at Midland Avenue is fine. To the Outer Bridge Crossing, it's a little bit a little bit slow on the span, but nothing to get terribly excited about. Expressway at Clove Road is good. Here, Richmond Avenue is fine. West Shore at Fresskills Creek at Victory Boulevard at Jersey Street, we're fine. So let's go through the natural progression here of Brooklyn traffic. Let me move this up, actually, onto the list. Just makes things a little bit easier for us to negotiate. We will go to Brooklyn now. Brooklyn Quartermain. More General Hospital references, right? Oh, stop with this. This is crazy. Her name is in Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn. They put the space in between because she's from Brooklyn. Ha ha ha. Anyway. The Bell Parkway at Bay 8th. East is on the left. The Belt at Flatbush Avenue looks good. South of the BQE here over at the Brooklyn Bridge is going to be a slow ride. Inbound BQE at Sackett Street is just a mess through the trench into Atlantic Avenue. We still can't catch a break there. And that's the BQE heading south here this morning as you get out towards Metropolitan Avenue. And that is going to be out for the Williamsburg Bridge. That's the exit there. Gowanus at the Prospect is slow. Same thing on the inbound Gowanus at 37th Street. Can't remember what that camera was. There was one more camera, and it's not in service here. Maybe that was the Prospect I had. We go to Manhattan traffic. Let's check out the vibe here. There's 2nd Avenue at 59th Street. 5th at 49th is going to be looking good. So 7th at 34th. FDR still can't catch a break here at 125th, 27th out by the RFK into 96th Street. Here is slow. Once you get to the Brooklyn Bridge, we're in great shape. Henry Hudson at 125 is fine. 96th Street, Henry Hudson is good. West Street at the Intrepid. Again, really not a whole lot of action to report here early on a Tuesday morning. So let's go on over to the Bruckner at the Bronx River Parkway. That looks good. The Bronx River Parkway here at 174th is fine. Cross Bronx over at the Bronx River Parkway, that's west, is a little crowded. It's kind of just this little sliver here of traffic. They have the camera zoomed in on another location. Major Deegan here at Willis Avenue is actually pretty good, though that exit here for Willis seems to be a little bit slow. Cross Bronx at Clay, Bill Clay, that is, right? over at Clay Avenue, which is really like near Webster Avenue. That is fine. So is the Henry Hudson and 232nd Street. This is over by this is the Cross Bronx out at the Major Deegan, the Alexander Hamilton Bridge, and the Deegan at 230th. Now, alternate sides are back into effect here today, and I want to say that it's like the full alternate side is going to be in effect from now on. I think they were only doing like once a week or something like that, and Mayor Adams is, pushing that initiative to get that because he's gonna put that in place now. That whatever it says, the alternate sides that are on the signs where you park, those are the ones you have to abide by. So we have the belt at 158th here in Jamaica is going to be looking good. So is the BQE at Broadway's. Grand Central 188th is fine. Midtown Tunnel about 10 to 15 at best. LIE here west at Queens Boulevard is actually a little bit slow, but we've certainly seen worse. The Van Wyck, the Grand Central Interchange is fine. LIE ramp, this is out by the BQE. And the Van Wyck both ways here at Hillside Avenue is that northbound traffic, obviously heavier than south. And then our bonus camera is the Whitestone at 14th Avenue. That's heading up to the Whitestone Bridge. Looks great. Really good. So nobody out there. That's what you want to see. All right. So 8:12 now is our time. Let's see what we want to do. Go back to transit, shall we? We'll get to the fresh numbers there from NOAA in just a moment. So NJ Transit is going to be good. Anything cooking on path here this morning? That also is going to be, yes, that's fine. Let's go to the MTA. And again, friends, we are 8:13 on a Tuesday morning, fairly light conditions except for the situation in Connecticut. Facebook and YouTube, we are up and running. Please go ahead and post a comment. Definitely let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know what your plans were for 4th of July. Anna, I'm not sure whether you were able to get up to the ice cream shop yesterday, or maybe that will be week. Southbound AC trains are running via the F line, West 4th Street to J Street, while our crews investigate why a train's brakes were activated near High Street. So delays there. Let's go towards the rails. We'll check out Metro North. Metro North is on or close. That 652 from Stamford into Grand Central is operating 10 to 15 minutes late. So now the Montauk branch from Montauk doing a Long Island City at 8:44. Wow, that's a long haul, right? Oof. Well, almost, what is that? 3 hours and change from Montauk out to Long Island City. Wow, that's a long deal. Operating 10 minutes late through Bethpage due to earlier equipment trouble. I wonder how much that fare is to go from. Penn Station all the way out to Montauk Point. At $4.50 a gallon or so. I know gas has come down a little bit, but certainly not anywhere near where it should be. At about 100 plus miles out to the East End from the city, give or take. Long Island, I mean, when you look at it, back to the maps, I'm no cartographer, but, if you were to, let's just say here, take Long Island and flip it vertically, but, because technically Brooklyn and Queens are part of Long Island, flip it up to here and bring this down, Long Island, coming down in towards southern Atlantic County here, basically, and New Jersey, north and south is about 180 miles north and south, give or take, through the eastern flank here, maybe a little bit more going up towards High Point, but you just don't realize how long, literally, Long Island is. It's a haul to get out to Montauk. Almost have to do that in the middle of the night when there's just no traffic out there. Or a day like today, it looks pretty good. But 8:15 is our time. All right, just waiting for the clock to as we stick to the schedule here this morning, and I want to bring in our forecast provided to us by our good friend, our meteorologist in training, Mr. Jon Rocco. Let's bring in Johnny's music here. Got so many windows open. Just trying to find the music. Where's the music? There it is. All right. So, yeah, we're looking at like, some partly cloudy skies in certain areas. We've seen some of the cameras. It's not really the sunniest of days. So we'll say probably mostly cloudy. We'll put it in that vernacular here at 8:16. Looking at our temperatures now into the 70s already here at, again, 8:16 in the morning. Almost has a little bit of a stickier feel. It's kind of just get the vibe that I get here. Same thing into the 5 boroughs. We're pretty much uniform across the board with our temperatures into the lower to mid 70s, lower 70s here out on the island for Farmingville. 68 in Shirley to about, when he's looking towards watching this on YouTube, or just not listening to it, I should say, if you're actually watching it, it's the numbers on the right. Again, the numbers on the right into the lower 70s here this morning. Same thing for the Hudson Valley. Yonkers a little bit warmer as you get into the concrete areas of the city. And then we go up towards Torrington into the lower 70s here across the board. Bridgeport getting closer towards 73. So here's Johnny's forecast for today. Afternoon clouds will increase and an isolated storm is certainly possible. Temps into the mid to upper 80s, 86 in Freehold, 88 in Cherry Hill, and a little cooler down the shore, 80 in Cape May, 80 in Islip, and South Shore of Long Island, South Shore of Connecticut, I should say, in towards about 80, 81 up to New Haven. Now, our weather threats for the rest of the week. We've got these scattered showers today. A few showers are possible tomorrow to the south. Thursday is looking good. Another chance of showers come in on Friday, and Saturday is actually looking fantastic. We'll have a look at that all-exclusive 7-day weather forecast coming up at 8:35. Let's go towards our list here this morning of our temperatures. I think Noah has updated the temperature list, and that they have, my friends. So, you want to go here and put that in. So at EWR, 76 and 52% humidity. It really feels a little bit stickier than that. We head out to the island, looking at about 73 in Gabreski, Farmingdale at 73. So Johnny's pretty much spot on with their temperatures. LaGuardia at 77, Kennedy at 73, and mostly cloudy. And then in central Jersey, though, we're looking at some fair skies. Trenton at 70, 68 in Somerville, but again, look at the humidity, 81, 82%. So that's a fairly humid start to the ride. Let's go down to South Jersey now. Check out the observations here at PIA, Philadelphia International, 74. Again, the humidity at 79%. Allentown, Lehigh Valley Airport there at 69 degrees. Doylestown at 72, Mount Holly coming in at 74. Let's run it up to Connecticut and Hudson Valley, shall we? Bridgeport, Sikorsky, Fair Skies, 71. White Plains is coming at 72. New Haven, Tweed at 73. But again, the humidity is up. You can just feel it. Let's check out my favorite place, Monticello at Sullivan County International Airport at 64 degrees. Ooh, that's nice and crisp. Humidity is up there, but I'll take 64 degrees, right? Central Park at 75, Poughkeepsie, Dutchess County Airport at 67, and Stuart Newburgh coming in at 68 degrees. Let's take a look at the shore points here at Cape May. We're coming in at Wildwood, Cape May County Airport 74, and Fair Skies, Atlantic City Fair in 72, Delaware Dover Air Force Base 73, 72 here in Georgetown, Wilmington, Millville at 72, Ocean City at 74, and again Salisbury, Ocean City County Regional Airport at 71 degrees. Let's go out to the end, as the G-Man calls it there. Montauk never seems to put up the sky conditions. I wonder why. But coming in at 70 and 90% humidity, 67 at Block Island, and again, Gabreski and Shirley coming in at 73, 74 respectively. So, yeah, it's just a cloudy kind of, a little bit, I dare say, a murky start to the Tuesday morning ride. And again, we'll have another check of that forecast coming up in less than 30 minutes. So our half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, and go visit my friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Beautiful, historic Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is going to be Ralph's phone number for the best handmade, homemade ice cream anywhere to be found. And this is a look of Ralph's website. Head over to CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com for more information. We'll check out some of the flavors here. Again, has the classic vanilla chocolate strawberry, bananas Foster's, an award-winning ice cream. Cappuccino Crunch, M&M Explosion is just awesome stuff. Oreo cheesecake, grasshopper, and my favorite is party cake with the little yellow cake pieces in there. Oh, that's delicious. Holy cannoli. And again, the cotton candy is really a big seller for Ralph. Makes a ton of cotton candy ice cream. This stuff just blows off the shelf. I mean, there's so many people getting the cotton candy. You see them walking down the sidewalk outside the shop with the pink cones, right? So you know exactly what they got. Vanilla chocolate super crunch is that, ice cream cake that like somebody just took a sledgehammer to the ice cream cake and just loaded it all up. Speaking of ice cream cakes, you definitely want to head over there for your barbecue needs. The classic cakes, classic ice cream cakes, delicious stuff, small rounds, 7 to 8, 30 to 40 on the large side. And again, you can make any of these ice cream cakes with anything in the dipping case. So the hard ice cream takes a little longer, I think, to set up at times than the soft serve, but definitely give Ralph a call. He'll work with you in any way he can to accommodate your needs for your ice cream cakes, crunchy cream cakes, and the signature bananas Foster party cake, chocolate blackout, mocha bomb. And he does some seasonal work as well, especially getting in towards the time. He also has these great cupcakes for the kids, delicious stuff there. Vanilla cake with little vanilla bean ice cream on top. These ice cream sandwiches are great. Classic flying saucers and chip wedges, absolutely delicious. So once again, head over to let's just show Ralph. We never show Ralph here. I don't have a picture. There's my buddy Ralph, straight out of Queens, New York. Is in his 13th season as one of the best ice cream shops in the entire tri-state area. So if you ever get a chance to get up to Cranford in New Jersey, definitely stop in. Tell him I said to say hello to him. And this is where you can locate him at 22 North Avenue West in Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. He's open from 12 to 9:30, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 10, Friday, Saturday, and 12 to 9 on Sunday. We thank Ralph for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's go back to our maps. Again, we focus in on Connecticut because that's really the biggest story here this morning is this mess, literally a mess here from an overturned box truck on 95, just past exit 5 in Greenwich going north. South is heavy with rubbernecking volume as well as the morning rush hour volume. We'll go back to 15. At 15 down through about exit 5, and then the southbound Merritt is heavy from 41 to about exit 35. So just a lot of heavy traffic there. Unfortunately, friends, I do not have any cameras in that location. I can't really show you much other than the delays that are on 95 itself. But again, I think the maps for the delays kind of shows a slightly better part of the story than the cameras, because you're sitting looking at cars just basically parked there. East on 287, a little heavy, Elmsford down to White Plains, but what else is new there? Let's run down the New Jersey list to see if anything else is cropped up here this morning. Let's see here. West on 195, the shoulder is there, some police activity. And then this Route 20 situation, both ways is shut. So McLean Boulevard in Patterson, that is going to be right up in this area, right in here. So both ways of McLean Boulevard or Route 20 is shut in either direction out towards Broadway or Route 4. We've got a crash there with some debris as well. So look for that. Let's see if we can take a look at this westbound 195 just to check out what kind of police activity this is to see if it's anything, major consequence here going west of 130 this morning. And here it's actually, those observation lists from NOAA, on the mark here with fair skies and some sunshine coming through. But I don't see anything here as far as a delay is concerned going west. So we're fine here. The direction out at Route 130. So no major backups because of that. Again, friends, we are on Facebook and YouTube here this morning. Please post up a comment, like, subscribe to the channel as we're doing a traffic and weather station from my humble abode, my humble living room, size of a postage stamp. But anyway, it would certainly help us out. Yes, please try to get some of your friends to subscribe to the channel. It'd be awesome if we could. Again, we're in our really coming into our second month now. This is episode 41 already. Can you believe it? 41 episodes already. Where'd the time go? We get to 100 episodes. Do we get the syndication? No. North of the Parkway is heavy out of East Orange, 147, all the way up into 150 or so by Hoover Avenue. And then we go towards the westbound side of 280 is a little bit busy getting out to New Road in Parsippany, but just some sluggishness. It's not really like stop and go. George Washington Bridge is about 10. Route 4 is fine, 17, building some northbound volume to Lodi, but Route 80 looks good. Just west of Route 20 is just a little bit busy. West on Route 3 is heavy. Out to the 46 split. Then 280 is a fairly crowded ride both ways at the Stickle Drawbridge. North of the Parkway is heavy getting in through Irvington at 145. And, McCarter Highway is heavy here in downtown Newark. Let's see. Even the Parkway through the long-term repair, heading south looks great in Union. Union County is fine. Your Parkway, 287 and 78, it's hard pressed to see any kind of traffic. 78, 287, 80, 46 in Hackettstown, 206. Flemington, 202. We're moving really nicely through East Amwell over to Route 12 and Frenchtown. Beautiful Frenchtown was out that way this weekend. And into Bucks County. So, it's a fairly good ride here this morning. So really no major problems around the Capitol. 29 starting to build some light volume here for our State House workers getting in, coming off the holiday, starting their work week off on a Tuesday in pretty good shape. 195 is good. The Parkway here, Justin kind of called it. We spoke a little bit too soon. We're starting to see our late arrivers to the traffic party now through Tom's River coming up from Long Beach Island. They decided to leave late this morning. So that's pretty heavy, 80, 81, up to 82. And then out of the Tom's River tolls and towards 89 and 91 is going to be a heavy ride. So let's go to the cameras here this morning for the Parkway. Let's just see what kind of action we see here. We will go by 82. Yeah, that's a heavy ride. That's really slow, quite frankly, getting up into Route 37. So you and all your other rowdy friends here on Monday night, but it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. This is by 82A is definitely going to be a slow ride. So everyone kind of leaving all at the same time here. That's north on the far left out of the Toms River Toll Plaza. That's northbound that heads away. It's steady. It's you don't have much space in between the vehicles, but it's a steady, heavy moving ride. We'll put it in that vernacular. This is at 91, and that's definitely slow here through the Brick area. No camera feed there, and this is out by the reservoir. That's north on the far left is a little bit slow. So yeah, so that's what we're starting to see mount here this morning. Even 35 coming out of Manalocan up into Bayhead is definitely starting to hit the brakes. 70 here this morning out by Herbertsville Road in Brick. That's a little bit slow. And then 35 is starting to hit the brakes going north into Arnold Avenue. Again, that's more the traffic light than anything else. Getting up in towards the Brielle Bridge. So still so far so good here, but definitely starting to be a little more crowded as our friends are getting up and about and maybe heading out of Dodge just a little bit early. Let's go down into Seaside Heights is fine. Let's head to Long Beach Island now. So 72 It doesn't add at all, really. Nothing to complain about. Let's head to Atlantic City on Route 9 and the Parkway. That is going to be a crisp ride. And even the Parkway at exit 0 up through Wildwood, Stone Harbor, and Avalon, Sea Isle City is moving just fine. Friends, here at 831, if you are a, reader of newspapers, which I still am. I enjoy a quality newspaper, a good read for a newspaper instead of looking at everything online, right? Sunday's Star Ledger, used to be called the Newark Star Ledger. I think it's just called the SL now, or I'm not even sure what they're calling it. Before I say that, we are sponsored this half hour by Travels with Darley, darley-newman.com for more information. Getting back to the newspaper, in I don't know what section it was in, whether it's like the life section or I'm just trying to think what was the other section that's in life section. Yeah. Anyway, they were rating the beaches, or the shore areas, we call them here in New Jersey, but I guess once you get out there, it's then the beach. Beach Haven took the #1 spot from Cape May. Very interesting. Yeah, they list about 30 or 40 different beaches, pretty much, I think, almost every beach up and down the Jersey Shore. But Beach Haven is the #1 according to the Star Ledger. If you're watching us from New Jersey, you frequent the Jersey Shore, definitely let us know what your favorite area of the shore is. I like the southern section of the shore here, Avalon, Stone Harbor, and that's where we went as kids pretty much every summer. So this is just absolutely beautiful. A lot of stuff to do. The beaches the sand is great. Sea Isle City is fantastic too. Wildwood, you're close enough to Wildwood. Wildwood has that whole 50s and 60s kind of retro vibe there, kind of really a cool deal. And then Cape May is beautiful as well. So Cape May County, that's my pick here for some of the best shore areas. Atlantic City has a huge beach, and it's free. Interesting stuff with Atlantic City. I think Wildwood is free as well, if I'm not mistaken. It just blows my mind. Still, again, it's if you're a resident of New Jersey, locals call it the beach. JG, all right, pal, love it. But you say you're going down the shore, you don't say you're going to the beach. So, am I right, JG? AC Beach is nice. That's what Justin says. Yeah, it is. It's very large, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very wide, deep kind of a beach. And again, I believe that is free as well. Oh, Alexandra, I apologize. It didn't come up on my list for the comments. I apologize. That's about an hour late. So, again, my apologies, my friend. Wedding cake testing was a success. Vanilla cake with chocolate mousse filling. 2 Italians that didn't pick cannoli filling. That's a good one, yeah. But I think you made a good choice there with the chocolate mousse filling. Chocolate mousse, certainly a lot less sweet than cannoli filling. But great stuff. Vanilla cake with chocolate mousse filling. Good choice there, Alexandra. Very, very good choice. Save a piece for us here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Yes, thank you. And again, I apologize for just seeing that. It didn't come up on my list for some reason, saying that you'd posted the comments here. Let's investigate why that happened. But yeah, Justin's right. The AC Beach is absolutely beautiful. And, again, the whole situation with the beaches having to pay for them is just absurd and ludicrous to me. It makes no sense. That's again how a lot of these small shore towns make, add to their budgets. And I get it. I get that part of it, but I find it interesting. And again, we don't really get into politics and whatnot on this channel. I'm not looking to start that kind of a discussion, but maybe in some areas we should talk a little bit because it does affect everything. New Jersey has a, I don't know, $6 or $7 billion surplus in the budget, which Governor Murphy just signed on Thursday. Actually, my hometown in Cranford, actually at my high school, was surprising to someone. I saw that. I was like, whoa, all right. I knew that library looked familiar. But anyway, but they added a ton of different stuff right at the last minute, like some odd $2 billion worth of spending on certain things. It's like, why didn't you use some of that surplus to make the Jersey Shore free for the summer? Just pay the beach fees and divvy up that money to the shore towns. And again, Justin is a shore guy. Maybe he has more insight on that as that issue. But I don't know. To me, just kind of do a beach badge amnesty or beach badge, holiday kind of a thing, just like the gas tax. I mean, there's so many people out there struggling, just trying to make ends meet with all these high gas prices and high inflation and all this other stuff. Be interesting if they were to just go ahead and suspend the beach badge fees for the summer. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Use a little bit of that surplus to help out the fine folks of New Jersey, instead of having to pay. I don't even know what a beach badge is. And Justin says, yeah, there he goes. There he says, I don't go to the beach because we have to pay to go there. I agree with it, pal. Then you got to pay for parking, and the parking is like, $1 for 20 minutes or whatever it is. And you got to keep feeding the meter. It's like New York City, Justin, I don't know if like Monmouth County beaches, how much the average beach badge is. Does each town have their own price? I mean, can you go from one beach to the next? Can you go to can you go from Lavallette to Manasquan to Long Branch and have completely different prices? I think so, but it's been a while since I've actually paid a beach badge. But let us know in the comments if you can, JG. All right, so New Jersey is holding up strong here at 8:37. We're going to be on the air for about the next 20 minutes or so. Really, just the big situation is Route 20 closed both ways here, vicinity of Broadway and Patterson. That's Route 4. That's McLean Boulevard. Everything's shut with a debris spill, so look for that. Let's go to the New York City list because I saw a little red pop up across Bronx, but that's nothing out of the ordinary. So let's start there. Just wondering if something happened here to the outbound George. No, nothing there. Just a lot of slow traffic, and I wouldn't be surprised that the Port Authority starts to set up the George Washington Bridge lower road work here momentarily by the top of the hour. So that's what you could be dealing with there. East is pretty heavy here out by Jerome. I knew that. I had a feeling there was probably some sort of a crash because it was moving. It was cooking with gas here pretty well. Let's see here, Justin. It says the trick is to go in September. It's beautiful and free. I agree. September is probably one of the best months to go to the Jersey Shore. As you being the esteemed, astute meteorologist, and as well as being a shore dweller full time, you definitely know the situation. The water is the warmest, if I'm correct, in September. Usually, it's like into the lower to mid 70s. It's usually the water is the warmest. Again, once you get past Labor Day, you got to be careful going in the water, and it's not because of Jaws. It's because of the situation that the lifeguards are done for the season. So you don't never want to swim on a section of beach that is unprotected with lifeguards. Even the most accomplished swimmers have met their demise with Mother Nature and the ocean. You can't win. You cannot win. The ocean will always get you. So this is the eastbound side of the Cross Bronx here, just past the Major Deegan. So there's definitely something going on here. Something's going on, and we can't really see a whole lot there. Let's see that secondary camera. Nope, that's okay. So this is at the eastbound side. That's a mess there. Nelson, that's east here. Getting into Jerome Avenue is jam-packed. Let's deeper dive here. This is no, I don't see anything there. It's got to be just before the Grand Concourse here. Just before Jerome Avenue. But these two cameras here at Walton, not Walton's Mountain, Walton Avenue. Yeah, so there's definitely something going on now. Whether it's going east or west, my feeling is it's probably going. I'm thinking it's going westbound to down, loaded up in truck. Jerry Reed. So I'm thinking the crash is going west because it kind of just came to a complete halt, and then it goes green here across the Alexander Hamilton. So I'm going to go west here just before Jerome Avenue. We're looking at a crash, but nothing reported from DOT at this point. It probably just happened. This is 2 lanes. Okay, let's just see. Disabled vehicle broken down vehicle approaching Jerome Avenue, 2 lanes blocked. Okay, so there you go. So now it's a broken down vehicle. It's not a crash. And I was right. It's on the westbound side, not the eastbound side. But that is rubbernecking delays heading east. All right, so we have confirmation. That's why these VMS signs are your best friend when you're on the road. That's why you need to pay attention to those cameras. Again, that is going to be heading westbound down. All right, so that's the situation there in the Bronx. Other than that, the Bruckner is wide open. That's a nice option here heading south to the northbound Deegan. A little heavy at Willis, but certainly better than sitting in all of this mess here. Getting to the outbound George. Now, Throxic Whitestone is good. South in the FDR is heavy here at the RFK. A little heavier out to the 80s. And then heading north into the Queens Midtown Tunnel is busy. Some light congestion on the BQE getting into the Grand Central Midtown Tunnel is about 15 minutes or so. So is the Queensboro Bridge. Both ways, the LIE by just in the area of Queens Boulevard, a little bit sluggish. And then both ways here from, we'll go Casino Boulevard out towards Long Island, and the Cross Island is a little bit slow. Then Van Wyck is heavy both ways at Hillside Avenue. Westbound Belt is really busy passing the airport into Cross Bay Boulevard. I know the Cross Island seeing some heavy congestion here in Hempstead Turnpike up towards Hillside Avenue and the Grand Central, but really that's about it. The Bell through Brooklyn looks great out by Flatbush Avenue to the Verrazano. Staten Island, look at this, some eastbound delays mounting here at 440, and then 440 north, again north on 440. That's northbound at Arden Avenue is a little bit heavy, but Staten Island crossings are in good shape. BQE does what it does. It just has no room to move here. Through Industry City, getting up and onto the top of the world on the Gowanus by the Prospect is jammed into the Brooklyn Bridge. And then south is heavy off the Kosciuszko Bridge to the Williamsburg Bridge. The Williamsburg Bridge looking at about 10 minutes there. A Brooklyn Bridge about 5 to 8. And the Manhattan Bridge, as it always is going to be in the green. All right, so we taken care of that. Long Island is fine. Just some light congestion here on the LIE as you get out towards Vets Highway. That earlier issue was cleared. Southern State, now we're starting to see some backups going west at 110 and 135. Eastbound, a little bit of sun glare hitting the eyes through Meadowbrook to the Meadowbrook and the Wantagh. And then west on the LIE is heavy at 39, straight into Lakefield Road. So is the Northern State. East End, little bit backed up here through Southampton and Watermill out towards Bridgehampton, but really that's about it. We will go to Connecticut now, and let's check in with the incident page because I got a funny feeling that they may have just cleared up that box truck situation, but we'll try. And I am correct. Yeah. So 95 has been cleared of the overturned box truck. That's out of the way. South is heavy 15 to 5 for almost 10 miles. And then south on the Merritt 40 to 31, about 8.5 there. So we'll go here. Let me close out of that. I think that's go. So yeah, it was right in here by exit 5. And we're beginning to thin it out a little bit here this morning, but now we're starting to back it up. We're just starting to hit those brakes down towards exit 22. In Rye on the New England Thruway. Justin says Parkway is moving, but packed. Yeah, that northbound side. We'll get back to that in a moment, JG, with that in just a second. We're going to take a little sponsor break as well as our weather here at 8:45 and 74 degrees and still staying clear here in central Jersey. So there's your delays heading south of 15 down through about 5. Merritt is heavy out of 41 through 35. And I expect this part here will slowly dissipate here shortly because a lot of this was rubbernecking delays as it widens up. But north, again, 95 north, that's 95 north is open now. Everything clear to that crash out by exit 5. And then 287 will heavy out through White Plains. Then north on the Hutch is busy out through Weaver Street. Rockland County is good. West on 84 is a little bit backed up, getting out towards the Brewster area. All right, so 8:46 now is our time. Let's bring in John's forecast here this morning. And Johnny is our meteorologist in training, and he is from the wonderful University of High Learning, established accredited University of Rutgers University in Piscataway, alumni of Mr. Justin Godnick himself. And so Johnny is going to be, looks like he's going to be taking the week off from joining us live on the broadcast. He has an upcoming, he's involved in local theater. I don't know how John finds time to do anything, really. And he's running from pillar to post here, all over the place. So hopefully we can get the name of the production. We'll give Johnny a little plug here. And I don't know if John's in the show or he's behind the scenes. I'm not quite sure, but fun stuff. So we have, partly cloudy skies here to start your Tuesday morning post-holiday ride across the area. Temps starting to cook up now into the mid 70s. So you're looking to the right. Again, looking to the right, those are the 8 o'clock temperatures here in New Jersey, 75 in Camden, 73 in 80 in AC, and 71 up in Newton in Sussex County. So again, lower to mid 70s here through the 5 boroughs, over to Lee Island, lower 70s here, maybe slightly cooler there, but on the North Shore up towards Huntington at 75 and 73 out in Port Jefferson. Let's go to the Hudson Valley and look at into the lower 70s here from Monroe, Patterson, Poughkeepsie, closer to 75 in Yonkers. And as we make our way to the southwestern Connecticut, again, uniform temperatures across the board into the lower 70s. Here is John's forecast for today. Cooking up on the inland sections of our area, especially western Jersey, 86 in Trenton, 88 in Cherry Hill, 86 in Freehold, and the shore breeze, the sea breeze there is going to be kicking in Cape May, and 80 in Islip, and a little cooler along the southern beaches of southwestern Connecticut. So we have our weather threats for later today, potentially some scattered showers as the clouds are going to slowly build up through the day. A few showers are possible south here tomorrow. Thursday is looking good. Another chance of showers come in on Friday. And then Saturday looks to be setting up what is to be a nice weekend with the all-exclusive 7-day weather forecast provided by Jon Rocco. 88 today, 88 tomorrow. So a little unsettled for the next couple of days. Thursday looks good. A few showers are possible on Friday at 82, then 84 on Saturday, and then 81 on Sunday and 84 on Monday. So this weekend is shaping up to be another stellar weekend, as this past weekend was for 4th of July. We're also sponsored by, and thanks, John, for the forecast. We'll get that forecast from you for tomorrow morning beginning at 7:15. Again, our program here today is this half hour sponsored in part by Travels with Darley. You can watch our Innovation TV's journey. Amazon Prime, Wondrum, as well as PBS Create, also NJPBS. I believe that program is still airing, called Look Up with Darley, about architecture and also some local places to go in the brick city of Newark. Again, the city of Newark in beautiful New Jersey. And you can catch that on NJPBS. If you can go to your local guide to check a local date and time for local listing. Darley-Newman.com is the best place for more information on Travels with Darley. Darley takes you all around the world and gives you the best places to go for vacation, for adventure. She does a lot of really adventure stuff. The last show that I saw, she was in Reno, in Nevada, however you say it, doing a rock climbing wall on the side of some hotel that was like, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 stories up, and she made it all the way to the top. They gave her a nice proclamation and whatnot, and a frame, the whole deal. So yeah, Darley's an adventure seeker. Does a lot of bike riding, and certainly got things started with equitrekking back in the day before Travels with Darley. That was her traveling show with horseback riding. Accomplished rider of horses, Darley is. So definitely check out that program if it's on a repeat, and check out Travels with Darley. Really gives you that great local flavor that you'll be unable to find anywhere else. If you're unfamiliar with Darley's program here today, let's just kill the music and we will go on over to Let's see. Let's show you a clip. This is from her recent couple of years ago, a couple of episodes, seasons ago, I should say, on her trip to France, and you can kind of get the local flavor that she gets with some of her interviews. So this little sample of Travels with Darlie.
Hi, I'm Darlie Newman, exploring one of the many storybook villages here in the Alsace region of France. Famous for its wine, Christmas cookies, and delectable cuisine. I'm exploring Alsace's quaint villages with locals as the guides.
So welcome to Egisheim, which is one of the cutest Alsatian villages and the oldest. Most of the houses date of the 16th century.
Heidi, it's like a little storybook village here.
Yes, it looks like the time stopped. But this is really real stuff, huh? We're not in Disney World.
From historic architecture to celebrated cuisine, hot wine and pretzels.
And here we say bretzel, not pretzel. A monks invented it in the 9th century. It's supposed to be one of the stinkiest French cheese. And it's different. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Merci. Including in Alsace's capital city of Strasbourg, where flavors meld together that may surprise you.
We call our pizza Flammkuchen. And we don't put tomatoes on the pizza. We put cream, we put onions, we put bacon, and sometimes we put our typical cheese, which is the Münster cheese.
That's good.
This is the typical Alsatian cake. The name is Kugelhopf with H.
I like that.
Good, huh?
As Travels with Darlie takes a river cruise along the Rhine River in France and Germany. This is the life, I'm telling you. Walking through a medieval village, eating some quiche Lorraine, and just enjoying Alsace. Great, now we just need some wine to go with this.
This is a little sample of Travels with Darlie, and you can find more information on her program at darlie-newman.com. We really appreciate Darlie being a proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so with that said, we are going to wrap up here in about, a little less than 10 minutes or so. I have to go get some breakfast. I realized I didn't have anything here in the fridge to get something to eat, so head out to the store for a quick run. So let's go back to the New Jersey incidents. I want to check up on that Route 20 situation this morning, and that is still shut both ways. That's McLean Boulevard. That is still shut down both ways around Route 4, Broadway, and Patterson. Let's widen things up. We've also got this westbound collision, or the broken down vehicle, I should say, west on the Cross Bronx. Let's just see if the New York City incident page has put this up. They have not. So westbound on the Cross Bronx here over by Jerome Avenue, looking at a broken down vehicle. And if this stupid gnat doesn't get out of my way, I don't know where I'm going to, it's just driving me nuts. This crazy thing. So the westbound side is all tied up just before the Alexander Hamilton Bridge with a broken down vehicle. Let's go to the Parkway here. Let's check out that shore ride. And we saw, look at this. I mean, this is kind of crazy. This is from exit about 80 up through 89. So just a lot of heavy, slow traffic here this morning. Let's go to the Parkway cameras. Let me just show you that. We can do that here in real time. We will go here to 82. This is, it's a sluggish ride here going north. There's no question about it. There's a lot more vehicles there on the road. 82A, that is good this morning. Brick, those cameras don't work. Let's try 195. That's out. We'll go here. Out. By the Monmouth rest area. We're fine. Let's go 116 through the Homedale area. That's moving well. It's really just in this concentration here of let's just come off this camera. 35 seeing a lot of traffic as well. Now this could be some of our friends, all heading out to the beach. Manalocan, Bayhead. So, starting to get the day off here, heading out. Grabbing some breakfast, that kind of a situation there through Bayhead, Point Pleasant Beach. And then 35 starting a little busier now. The 34 split. 34 is on the approach up to the Parkway, starting to get a little busier as well. So some of this, I think, is some of our friends getting out of the shore. Waiting till this morning to go ahead and do that. So so that is definitely going to be a busier ride than what it should be. 55 and 42, we still haven't been able to shake these delays out here through just at the beginnings of the AC Expressway. So let's do that. I want to check that out in real time on 42 to check out the vibe there. Got to be something going up. Maybe something's going on. I don't know. It should have eased out by now. 2 here. We'll start off the AC Expressway. So the beginnings of the AC Expressway, that's really busy. For this time of the morning, that's busy, and there's nothing on the incident page. That's at College Road. Let's check out the deal here at 41. That's just absolutely hammered on the far left. At the 55 interchange is really crowded as well. This is just before 295 and Leaf Ave. That's not there. So this is 295 south of the Aljo curve. That is moving well. But, nonetheless, this is probably going to run another 10, 15 plus minutes here on 42. Just a lot of heavy volume making your approach on to westbound side of 76. Definitely a sluggish ride, more than what I'd like to see here at this time of the morning. All right, so we're coming up to the end of the big show. Mr. Don's got to go. So we will go over here again. That Parkway is busy through Toms River and Brick this morning. And the city, for the most part, just some heavy delays on the Gowanus, getting up into the Prospect out with the Brooklyn Bridge, that westbound broken down vehicle out by Jerome on the westbound Cross Bronx. Some light volume here on the southern both ways in the Meadowbrook, Wantagh, and now the northern state again, the northern heading west over by the Wantagh is starting to get crowded. But again, our top story, which was earlier, was 95 in Greenwich shut going north. Again, that was heading north. That was going northbound. Everything has now been reopened out by exit 5. Delays are still with us here, just some volume and rubbernecking what's left of that from 15 down through about 5. The Merritt Parkway picking a lot more volume, as I said it would, getting out towards about exit 33 as people are still trying to avoid this delay through Stamford into Greenwich, opting for the Merritt or staying with the Merritt instead of coming down Route 7. So just be mindful of that. Merritt is fine. 25 looks like we have some sort of an issue heading north. Getting into 111. Let's just check out the Connecticut incident page because we're going to wrap up with transit here in about 30 seconds. Let's see here. 95, 15, Route 2, Route 5. So nothing being reported. But that is definitely something going on here out by Route 111. Let's head over to westbound 84 is pretty busy across the Connecticut line into 684. But, for the most part, the rest of the Hudson Valley is going to be in good shape. All right, let's give a last and final check of the transit situation. River line here picking up 15-minute delays both ways because of police activity. We'll head to Path this morning. Check that out. Nothing going on there. I want to go back to NJ Transit because I didn't scroll far enough down to check the Raritan Valley line. Yeah, that's okay. So MTA trains. Let's take a look at the subways and/or buses. So AC and F near High Street have resumed making regular stop west 4th Street, Washington Street to J Street Metrotech on the AC and the F. 4 and 5 trains are running on the local track, Grand Central 42nd, the Brooklyn Bridge City Hall. Signal problems near Spring Street. Let's go to the rails here this morning. Still some delays on that Montauk branch, that 826 from Hampton Bays doing to Montauk at 819. Late there with late arriving equipment. Metro North is going to be on or close. So, friends, for the most part, all of our transit situation is going to be on or close to schedule. All right. So with that said, we thank you so much for dialing us up here on your Tuesday morning. Please like and subscribe the YouTube channel. Get the word out to all of our great friends around the world. We need to get that YouTube channel, bump those numbers up. Take a look at the first car review I did. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the car review. If you like to see that kind of stuff on the channel, hopefully we're going to try to maybe do some more things like that here on the Tri-State Traffic Show traffic channel. Again, also like our Facebook page as well. Want to say a big thanks. Good morning to Alexandra. Glad the wedding cake came out the way you liked. That sounds very good because I have to go get breakfast. Meteorologist Justin Godnick, thanks for joining us as well. Anna, as always, my friend, great to see you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. And the G-Man jumping in there saying good morning coming out of Monmouth County. All right, so with that said, I'm going to wrap up things here this morning. Have a terrific Tuesday and get out and enjoy. Just bring that little light umbrella for today. With that said, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.